No idea why I'm fucking up, but okay. I'm just doing some sort of native, like, ritual thing. Um, I am part native, as you all know. Um, yeah. I'm going back into the world of performing again, and I just wanted to do some sort of protection thing, and then I'm probably gonna go to sleep. I have no idea why I'm not tired right now, but okay. So, bring you around here. So we've got um a bunch of shit here. I don't know if you can see it. Yeah. All right. So I'm just gonna put this over here. So I'm so weird. We have partnership, and I guess I'm receiving, and then the sunshine, and I need to spring clean apparently, and I need to remember my reflection. So I guess like beauty. I have no idea. I don't know. I'm not trying to be superficial. Um, then I have a picture of me, my ex, and a cousin, and then me playing the guitar, and then my dad and me when I was a kid, and then something randomly. I need a knight in shining armor, apparently. No. Um, so I guess I have to worry about some stupid guys in music. And then there's a rape thing. I don't know if you guys know, but apparently I'm Blackfoot. I have multiple different tribes from south to north. Mostly in the south is what my mom said, but there's probably some stuff in the north, and I might have some problems with boarding homes and residential schools with my mom generationally. I've been through a lot of medical abuse and trauma, and yeah, and now I'm worried about medical assisted dying for making it legal solely for mental illness here in Canada. I've got a rose here with a palm tree. Roses don't grow with palm trees. I have no idea what I'm drawing. Then I have the sun and the moon, and then I have this like sun and moon twin flame thing, and it's like, see? Yeah, it's like abstract. So, and then I have Give Yourself a Break, which I just opened up randomly to this. And that's what I do. I look away and then I open up randomly. And then I have a picture of me in school, and I need to concentrate. Apparently, my ADHD is all over the place these days. And I use the Friendship Oracle. Anyways, now I'm gonna blow bubbles and say a bunch of shit. Um, Sometimes when I'm doing this, I swear I'm speaking in native tongue, but I don't think it's real. Okay? As I'm just doing this. Oh, by the way, this is my Avril Lavigne book, but I don't want to be stigmatized as Avril Lavigne because my birth chart is actually identical to Britney Spears, and I'm in my Aries Saturn, so I have to focus on work and independence and what makes me angry. So Sagittarius is freedom. I have an Aquarius moon that's connected to mom. Right now, I need a lot of space and distance. I have a Capricorn Venus, which is consistency, and it's an earth sign. Sagittarius is fire sign. Aquarius moon is air sign. Capricorn is earth sign. And yeah, the same big three of Britney Spears. I was born on a crescent moon, as I keep repeating to everyone. I love moons. I'm obsessed with crescent moons. I want to get enough. I keep losing my crescent moon necklace and a bunch of stuff. You can see it in my memoirs. Link in bio. What else? Yeah, I'm in my Aries Saturn return, so I'm quite angry. I've been caged with the lions. I'm being a bull right now. My spirit animals are owl, wolf, jaguar, snake, which is cobra. I'm a mermaid. Okay, so my destiny lies with Pisces in the south. So South Noid is Pisces. I focus on karmic connections and stuff like that. My destiny is Pisces in the north. I shift, I adopt, I change with time. All right. I'm a mermaid because I'm a centaur. As a Sagittarius, I probably look very ugly right now. But anyways, whatever. So then, what else? I'm losing my train of thought. So I'm a Capricorn Venus. And yeah, crying a fucking river is that I keep going through a Justin Timberlake problem where I keep rebounding. And it's kind of a natural thing, maybe something with the moon, or people are fucking with me because I was a competitive figure skater. So I'm just gonna do this and post it on Instagram and YouTube. I'm going to say a bunch of things. Is actually deeper than peace and love, is that I want everyone to stop making spirituality a Kylie Jenner makeup line, because this is very sacred, and for natives, like, there shouldn't be too much appropriation of culture. Okay, it's that it's not trendy, and you shouldn't be using tarot to look into Selena Gomez or Justin Bieber or Youngblood or anyone, or even me. You get to each their own. I know that's the price you have to pay to be a celebrity. However, if you're gonna do tarot, please make it deep and meaningful. Like right now, I'm doing a bunch of celebrity things, trying to manifest music. There's a lot of problems with labels. I don't want to be stigmatized. So I'm the moon. I go through phases, but I don't have to always be full to shine. You can see my memoirs in my bio, all of my business ideas. The fashion sense will be coming soon. I just have to do stuff with that. Karma is a bitch, but I'm sick and tired of everyone saying that I need the karma. So I guess I have to understand all of this. And right now, I'm kind of channeling some superficialness because this is sacred. I even have my old teeth from when I was a kid with a fairy box because of the tooth fairy. I have my grandma's broken tea cup that my mom bought her with peppermint tea. Or was it peppermint? Yeah, it's peppermint. My grandma loves just Tetley, but I guess my mom likes peppermint. Yeah, it's a broken glass, and I don't really like pink, but she loved flowers. My grandmother loved flowers. Death is very sacred for natives, and I'm feeling uncomfortable with medical assisted dying right now becoming legal for mental illness. They say your life is worth living and end the stigma, and we get formed for suicide ideation, but then you can do it medically. And that's why I'm pretty pissed off, but I do miss music and I love performing. I guess I have to think of men right now because there's obviously romance in music, and obviously I don't want to tie down right now. I have serious commitment issues, and I'm dabbling with the idea of polyamory. But, I want that main guy, just one guy, because I'm a hopeless romantic and I fall in and out of love a lot. I want to do it multiple times, but I'm okay with one guy forever. Maybe I am, maybe I'm not. But twin flames, you only get one twin flame, but you get a multiple, like karmics and soulmates. Twin flames are a soul journey. It's not necessarily like it is a forever connection, but you can lose your twin flame and like its other half sort of thing. Some of it is real. Some of it is just like romance for music. But maybe it is real. Maybe there is some truth to that. I got a tattoo from the song Daylight by a guy I forget his name of, but there's a lot of forgotten names out there. Like mine. My name's Alyssa Mary Harris, maiden name. My married name is Mrs. Myrtle. I'm still Mrs., believe it or not. I'm going into music with his last name. And I'm listening to Praying by Kesha right now, because they might not even know its name. And I just want everyone to know I'm not a kid, alright? I was a competitive figure skater for a very long time. Alright? Stigmatized in ballet a lot. I finally branched away with tango and jazz and stuff towards the end, but by the time I got to Mariposa Figure Skating Club, I was done. I couldn't do it anymore. I was injured. Yes, I might have scoliosis, but I'm still able, like, I'm good. I go for runs and stuff. I work out. I walk like long hours, so it doesn't prevent me from dancing or doing long tours. I can still go on very long tours. And I'm also showing that I am okay with being up all night. That jet lag won't be a problem. So that's probably why I'm up, and it's probably scaring me a little bit because I've had like mental health breakdowns, but I think it was due to burnout and sleep deprivation. And that's why medication is a good safety net. Now, I might have bipolar, but antipsychotics really hurt me like a lot, and I want to sue. So I guess my lawsuit is fame and fortune, but I'm more than one album, and I want to show people that it's not just that I actually have talent. Yeah, so I'm going to recite something, and you're going to see something. Roses, I can't do it right now. Because you're all going to think that I've trained myself. So that's a part of the ritual, is that you sit down and think about it. But I am able to jot things down right away. All right? Because I actually have talent. My mom's name is Marianne. And everybody growing up used to bully me a lot about a lot of things. And I'm a drama queen, and I'm spoiled, and all these things. And probably, I don't know, they probably call me Jesus behind my back because of Mother Mary. And then my dad is John Smith. But I can't help that there's been a lot of stolen names and forced names upon survivors of residential schools and Native American oppression. Is that I consented to my name when I was born. Because my mom chose to keep me. She did hesitate and almost supported me. But she kept me. She consented. I know I'm not a political point. All right? I know my dad's a stock trader, but I'm not a political point, okay? His name is John. And no, he's not John Smith. I used to make a stupid point that I'm Pocahontas, but I'm not Pocahontas. Now, I'm very sad to hear about Pocahontas in the past, is that it's very difficult. There's a lot of religion trauma with the natives, lost in stolen culture, a lot of it. Stolen away, names were stolen away and forced away. And I believe my mother, there's probably billions of Mariannes out there, or Marys, to torture their children later on with being Mother Mary and Jesus, because they've done a lot of religion trauma. All right, they've stolen culture, they've taken away culture, they've forced people to convert to Catholicism and United and other churches. They wanted to steal away their culture, and I want to bring back my roots to my mom and my family. And I'm okay. I'm half British with a bit of Irish, and also a little Mediterranean is what Grandma says, but Dad argues is I'm a little Spanish. Now, with Mom, it's kind of lost, but we believe it's mostly in the South. There might be some tribes in the North, but like with the Native politics, you never know your tribes. All I know is I'm Native, okay? I might look white, I might not have status card, but I am Native. You don't need status card to show you're white, or Latino, or Black, but apparently I do in Canada. But I am Native. I know I'm Native, spiritually and in reality, because we've looked into it. Yeah, as the Catholics, historically, in the residential schools, there was murders. Orange Day. Please wear orange on Orange Day for truth and reconciliation, please. It really helps me, because I almost died when I was born. And all child lives matter. All people's lives matter. I used to drink, this is a spiritual thing, I used to drink orange juice with iron in my orange juice. I hate orange juice now. So it's funny that it's Orange Day. But I used to hate iron pills and not even iron syrup. And I hate it now. But I was definitely low on iron. And that has nothing to do with that. It was just a spiritual thing for me. And I feel really bad for what my mom's experienced with her adoption. And she might have been a victim of boarding homes and residential schools, but we're not entirely sure. She had a very traumatic adoption, and there's confusion there. But I'm trying my best not to communicate too many privacy things for respect to my family. Is Catholicism was forced, and that's very true. There's a lot of people opening up about it, and I actually get attacked about it, even though there's an act right now, and also that there's a day to mourn the kids of and the unmarked graves of residential schools. That could have been my mother. Could have been me. The CAS was so bad back then, is that it was forced upon my mom, is what I feel, and forced upon a lot of natives to be in church. That their culture was seen as satanic, and that I was seen as satanic. This is not satanic, it's not psychopathy. It's not, it's beautiful, and I want to bring that back, and thank you for everyone on TikTok and everything for doing that. You may not know me, but I appreciate it so much. I appreciate the talks of Iran and religion, because here we feel like we cannot be heard on our own land, that we have to keep vocalizing. And I live with that identity problem every day. I can't split myself in half, but sometimes I want to scream and say, get off my fucking land, you colonizers. But I'd have to split myself in half. I feel guilty every day of my life. Is that I married an Italian in church and told my mom she shouldn't be there. Is I forced her to not come to my wedding. Because she was forced, is what I feel, to go to church and do all the things that natives shouldn't be doing. And that her status was lost, like many others. And even though I know she looks native, that I know she's native. She had a church-going family that supported the church a lot. But I'm pretty sure they're good people. Maybe they didn't know at the time of adoption that my mom was native. And yes, they are good people to an extent. But I do argue with them a lot and challenge them on the situation with my mother. Me and my mother have a pretty intense relationship right now, because I'm angry and resentful. My ex-husband left me when my grandmother died. And I'm really hurt that my grandmother had to know that. And she died in bed with just one sibling, but I was able to say goodbye. One day I will share with you all the tattoos I have, and there's more. I cannot express enough, as I have so much to say, but I feel like my point is never getting across, that I don't feel listened to. I'm a victim of it myself. I feel like I've had racism towards me in a way. I don't need status card. It feels like Nazi Germany in a way, to some extent. I just want to bring it back to my mom. But my mom takes some anger out on me. And I'm always told that this didn't happen or that didn't happen. And I know in my head something happened. And it's happened to many people. And there are bad natives out there. There are bad people, but we have to keep in mind the systemic problem. And the natives and the tribes are very cliquey for a reason. They're holding on to their culture and religion. And this might be a very long video. And maybe that's all I needed to do, is vocalize and blow bubbles. Okay. Anyways, this is my truth as I unravel being caged with the lions. That was a point. And you hear my voice now, as it roars like thunder and lightning that I bring to the table. And I'm going to say the Lord's Prayer by heart now, because I know it by heart. Is that I'm trying to make peace with both sides. Is I cannot be angry at my dad for being a churchgoer. No, it's my dad's an atheist. And, but historically, they were, I guess, United, Presbyterian, Anglican, Catholic, whatever. In England, there's a bunch of shit, okay? But my dad loved my mom, and that's all I know, even though there might be arguments. I just get worried about going to music with all this fucking bullshit and it getting leaked. What? Father, who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done. On earth as it is in heaven. Give us today our daily bread, and forgive us for our trespasses, for thy is for glory forever and ever. Amen. I might have gotten it a little, maybe deliberately. I don't want to sing Colors of the Wind because of Pocahontas. Alright? As my culture is still quite lost and stolen. But I am bringing it back one day at a time. I've done a lot of research and stuff, as you can see my memoirs. Anger, unraveling truth, and everything. I hope I can reconcile. But in my next songs is Fools. I guess my April Fool that I dated on April Fools, thinking I was foolishly in love, I became the fool in the end. He was the fool card in reverse is what I felt. In my life path, lovers, 6. He was my 8, my justice, my rebellion. We fell in love and got married in a church. Or I told my mom she wasn't allowed. She's not allowed her culture. I thought she would forbid me from marrying him. That she'd say, I object. I went down to Toronto alone with my dress. And I realized I'm okay being alive. And yeah, I was the fool for him. Then I became the fool in the end. And my next song is Fools, all about making mistakes. He thought he was a jester. I thought he was a good guy. But is that about him? Or is it about another person? He's actually my Joker. And I'm Harley Quinn. I'm in the psychopathic. That's like partners in crime. And I guess my April Fool is no longer foolishly in love with me either. April Fools, I found a loophole to my madness. Told him I'm taking a break from taking a break because I was taking a break from men because fuck men. Literally and theoretically. And then I gave him a chance on April Fool's Day, and I said, if we pass April Fools, then you're the one. And then I married on a full moon. Was it arranged? Probably. Or we probably did actually fall in love. Because I wanted to take my time to figure out what it was that we shared. And I felt like we shared more. Dressed in a ball gown as a princess of the royal family at Rosedale United Church, where I opened a church in the Regent's Park of Toronto for the kids that were impoverished in the Red Door shelter for them, singing Pray by Justin Bieber. You can probably, once I go into fame, you can probably see it. Is that I opened that church, the first church in that area. There's many people that need it. I planned Halloween parties and fundraisers for the Red Door shelter. And I got married in my home church. My parents didn't baptize me at birth. They wanted me to decide whether or not I wanted to be baptized. I decided at 15 years old to follow Christ and said, yes, I'll be baptized. I was homeschooled for my dreams. We had to take that very politically, I guess, for the spotlight. I could have gone to school, but I chose to be homeschooled. I dropped out in 11th grade because I was stressed out and wanted to be normal and actually go to school. I guess it's kind of too late at that point to kind of back off, so I took a break to remember what grace was, because I fell from grace. I had normal boyfriends, but I bumbled around. I actually went to school for a few things, but I didn't like them. I went into law clerk, pre-health. I wanted to be a nurse at one point. Didn't work out. Then I did a business administration, decided to take a break. And then I went back to school at Centennial College during COVID-19. Yeah, at home. But I consented to go to school this time. With a real school, a college. And I graduated with honors. I thought my grandmother and my dad and my ex-husband would be there, but I was angry at the world and ran away and tried to commit suicide and slept on the streets because I was so angry at what I saw in the world, a medical assistant dying, that I felt like I should die. That's my story. Maybe I would die, but I'm not Jesus Christ, and I'm not going to die for everyone else. To see what the fuck the world is about. Maybe that's my generational trauma with my mom's name being Mary Ann and my dad's name being John. I'm not Jesus. I'm just a person that loves skating so much that I poured my heart and soul into music all the time. And it's not just meaningful. I can be sexy too, and it can be clubby as well. But right now it's very deep and meaningful with what's going on in the world. I'm just catching my breath all the time. I felt like it was everything, like colonization started to be pushed on me. Everyone telling me I appropriated my own culture and that I shouldn't because I'm appropriating, that I'm not Native and I need to stop pretending I'm Native. But not in the way back then. Residential schools started to close a year before I was born in 1997. Born under a crescent moon at St. Michael's Hospital, December 4th, 1997. Was it snowing? I don't know. I'm sure my dad knows the very first moment of the So I'm very loved. And they put their heart and soul, and even my selfless grandmother did, for my dreams, is that I take that very seriously. And I am trying my best to give back in a way that my dad probably says, no, it's not about the money. We did that because we loved you. So I didn't go to school. I wanted to go to school, so I did. I consent. And I consent again to taking a man's last name. I consent again to changing it. However, it's a little weird that I need a divorce to change it with the federal government. I need a divorce number. What are we in, third world country? So I have a birth certificate with my maiden name. But apparently I need a divorce number to no longer be Mrs. I need to get a divorce number. And he's not contacted me back in 3 years. So maybe this gives me ammunition, motivation to go into music even more and say, fuck you. I don't know if racism exists or we were all stressed out. I was trying to seek peace and understand myself because there's confusion. There's confusion with who I am every day. And I live with that type of racism that nobody understands. And I'm told I'm white, that I'm British, I'm not even Native, but I know I am. It hurts because I'm part colonizer. And there's many people like me as well. I know that out there. I feel like I'm repeating myself as a parrot does. Crimea Fucker River is what I was told on the streets in Ontario when I slept by schizos and stuff. They came up to me and told me to go cry them a river and gave me Jesus cards. I don't know why I felt like the government was fucking with me, but apparently I'm psychotic and manic. Okay, maybe I am. Maybe I'm up and down like crazy. I do believe that there's something about that. I'm not Asian. But I love Mulan. I don't see skin color. I lived in a multicultural city where there was so many wonderful people. But there's tent city now and teepees. It hurts me every day to watch people die in the streets in Toronto, as I see on TikTok, that I don't want to see it. It makes me sick because I was one of those people. There was no beds for me. I got kicked out. I was mugged. I was raped. I was almost killed. I slept with one eye open. I go to a women's shelter. They said there's a couch and they shooed me away. I brought food out while I was sleeping under a parking lot in a thunderstorm.
You're upsetting me.
That's how bad the economy hurt everyone. I slept up there, you know, me, an honors graduate. I didn't do that to make a point too much. As I was so angry at the world that my parents didn't want me home.
It's completely
But my dad traveled all around Ontario to try to find me.
You're not going to get me to do what you want. I don't agree.
Why did I do that to myself?
You've hurt me with
my mom didn't want me home. She's confused.
You fucking pushed him away.
I can't talk about everything. Maybe some things are better left
bullshit with mom.
Okay. Some things are better left private.
Apology.
It's unfortunate.
I'm owed an apology this time. Before it was you that was owed an apology.
My name's Alyssa Mary Harris.
only
I'm from Toronto,
one
Ontario,
big
and right
time.
now I'm in Barrie, Ontario.
Tired of hearing
At one point,
bullshit
this
with
would have been a
moms.
suicide note, but it gave me motivation to help other people.
Which grandma's around
I
fucking
don't want to
listening
commit
to your
medical
crap.
assisted dying,
Now I've become grandma, and
but I feel like I need to.
I'm sick
Not
and
Jesus.
tired of you taking it out on me.
I just want to be
I'm
a
not
music
grandma. I
nerd
don't
of
calm
everyone
you
into music
down.
being told I'm Jesus, but I'm not. Well, okay, I'm the Jesus
Not
of
grandma.
music.
Calm you
It was just
down.
music and skate.
Calm the fuck down.
But we needed to take that in a political, beautiful way
Okay.
to make sure we were sensitive towards what happened. And maybe it wasn't completely like that at all. It was just easy to focus on skating and everything else while, being homeschooled. It's easy to work on your school while training 10 hours a day, pretty much, and doing a bunch of off ice and after stuff. I've done it all. This is a very long video. I think I'm gonna put it on YouTube. I love YouTube, right? Catch my gist?
My life.
I appreciate everyone on TikTok, and hopefully I get accepted to a record label. I want to be pop princess. I want to make history. I'm Alyssa Era. I don't need a last name, but I'm one of many names. I'm one of many names. Harris Murdahl, my mom's middle name. Neither first or last, because I'm the first letter of the alphabet. But I decide my own name. But I'll keep all the other names. Because I'm a Harris, I can't say the other name because I want him. They won't even know his name. But I'm Era. I might not need that, but it's got a big stage name to it. But I'll always remember my roots. Amen.